Okay, so yeah, hello and welcome to another lecture in this course where I want to exactly show you how to exactly use the close method on the scanner. So yeah, in the last lecture we already talked about getting the user values using or interacting with our console in our program. And yeah, so as you can see, this was our solution and our tasks we've done. And yeah, right now I just want to show you how to exactly use the close method. So yeah, let's remove this. So you can create another class if you want, but I will remove it right now because I do not really need this right now. Why I'm not able to remove this? Yeah, like this. So just keep the scanner right now because I'm not just want to show you right now how exactly the close method works. So yeah, let's now continue. So for example, in the last lecture we talked something about system, and then we, for example, did out. So we asked some questions in this case. So what's I don't know, your name? Let's write it again. So, and then we did something like string name equals to scanner.next. So yeah, this is the common thing, and you already know how to do this. And you do this with next int, next boolean, and so on. But what is the close method again? So about scanner.close, you maybe already can think about it. What this will does, it will close the scanner, so stop the scanner, so it's no longer able to read in our console, interact with our console in our program. But yeah, as you can see, system out print line in this case. When I write name in here, and then right here write, for example, scanner.close. So this is how we use it, and then run it. You will see you will not be able to recognize that you have run the scanner.close method. So it asks me what's your name, then I say Pascal. Oh yeah, I've miswritten it, but you can see in this case, and it says finished. It doesn't say the scanner is not closed or something like this. But you can see this when I do right here, use it, go right here above, and then here write scanner.close. Then you will successfully see we will get an error when we write what's your name, and then we will get your name. So you can see we should get the message. No, you can see exception thread main scanner closed. So we have never talked about exception or what exactly an error is, so I will not focus on this right now, so just ignore this right now. But you can see our error is scanner closed. So what does it mean? So our scanner is closed, as you can basically see on the text right now, scanner closed. But how do we can now use it, and why we need the scanner.close method? So if we remove it again, you will successfully see it will work again. So we are successfully able to now write what's your name, and then we will able to answer with Pascal or with Peter or with Tim or anything like this. So if I write again, what's your name, and then I write Pascal in this case, you can see it returns my name. So, but why do I exactly need a scanner.close method? So it could be very useful, for example, if you looking for a different value, for example, what's your age, and you have 3, or what's your password, and you have 3 tries to create or write the right password. And you can see that it will not work. For example, you have 3 tries and you have 3 tries, it's not correct. So then you can close the scanner and say your password is not correct, please come back or restart the program, or change your password. So this could be a very useful thing for this. But the most common thing that you use it for, every time you use a scanner, you should always run scanner.close when you've have all information your scanner has run. So please put scanner.close at the end of your program, because when your program is running, so we do not care really right now about, because when I write my name, it will automatically close the project because there's nothing which should be run again. But for example, if you create a game and have a console and then read, or a website, and you read through it with a scanner, you have to be known that it will constantly scan through this website when you use it, or constantly, because it has not stopped right now. This is also the same thing when we will talk about databases. We also have always to stop the database when we close the program or no longer using it, because then it's always reading through the database, or in this case through the scanner, so the thing we're scanning, and then it will have performance things, is useless value, and maybe overwrite our current value. So every time, if you want to be safe and you no longer need the scanner in your current project, just write scanner.close. For signalizing Java, right now I do not no longer need the scanner, and then stop with it. So if I write again Pascal right here, you can see it stops automatically, but it stops also before. So just to be sure that it will work. So we can also, for example, try this again. For example, we can also write in this case while scanner dot has next. system out println, or we can just write it like this. That's better, because we have not covered much things right now. So let's write right here, copy this a few times, and yeah, again, let's use it with, let's call this P2, P1, and P3. Why? Because right here, as will be password or password 1, password try 2, and password keyword try 3. Sorry. And then we can ask for our password in this case, or we can ask, please log in with your right password. Then we can copy this right here, right here. So it does not make any sense right now because, but we're going, for example, tried it a few times, so 3 times again, and then you can change something, but this we will learn about 3 times. So after this course, you will have the knowledge of using it properly, but I'm not showing it right now. And then here we can write scanner.close, for example, system out println, your password is wrong. So you can see it does not make any much thing about it. But I do not want to enhance or advance the code right now because this is not what we covered right now. But for example, we can use if statements right here and asks about if the password is this and this, and then check if the password is what it exactly should be. But I do not want to really cover with you right now because this is a little bit advanced and will just confuse you. So just write it like this, and then we will 3 times write anything we want, and then at the end we will see, just for the example. So right here I write F, D, and maybe B. You can see your password is wrong, and then it stops. So yeah, in this case we can check if true or if something like this, but as already explained, this is a little bit advanced. I just wanted to show you in this lecture how exactly use the scanner.close method, and just yeah, be able to say that you should run it every time you no longer need the scanner, or it will override values or constantly write search for values, which is not that good. So yeah, hopefully this little lecture helped you a little bit more for understanding how to exactly use the scanner.close method, and I will see you in the next lecture where we'll continue working on how to exactly learn Java programming. So yeah, see you in the next lecture. Bye.